Welcome to Pitch It To Me podcast, a show about the subjective past, present, and potential future of flesh and blood card design. You can find us across all socials such as Bluesky and Instagram at Pitch It To Me podcast.
I'm Peter.
I'm Valerio.
And I'm Trent.
Guys, welcome to the 69th episode of the Pitch It To Me podcast.
Hell yeah.
Today, we're taking a brand new chapter in the story of Pitch It To Me podcast. First of all, listeners, as you might have noticed, the three main hosts are not here. That's because I tricked them into thinking there was a wide open RTN on the other side of LA. We're going to have hours to ourselves here to bring the ideas that the Pitch It To Me community deserves to hear.
The unadulterated truth, the things that capital T they don't want you to hear.
The real.
That's right.
First, let's go over some life updates. As many of you know, Pro Tour London is coming up, and I, after meticulous investigation, have jotted down Clark Moore's entire trip to Pro Tour London, including after the fact. I know where he's going on vacation afterwards. I have booked the same flights. I've found the same Airbnb, the exact make and model of his rental car. I will be there every step of the way, and he won't even know.
That's a good friend.
That'll be a sick prank. He'll never see it coming. Yeah, that's exciting, man. I'm happy for you. It'll be a good time, you know, getting to see all your hard work
My hero
come to fruition,
close.
and also play at Pro Tour London.
Oh, I
That'll
don't
be
play Flesh and
exciting.
Blood.
Oh,
Too much
okay.
time painting Warhammer.
That is fair.
Respectable.
That is fair. Honestly, a noble pursuit.
I did build a draw my deck, but she LL'd before I had a chance to actually play her.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I cannot get into Warhammer. I cannot be trusted around that paint, man. It's just too yummy.
It's very delicious.
Yeah.
I think I've drank at least 3 pots of Null oil.
Yeah, Clark and Joel keep telling me that I would enjoy Brute, but yeah, and you know, I'm an illusionist main through and through.
They're wrong, and that's why they're not here, and we are.
So true, bestie. Dab it up. So true.
Trent, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I've been really going on a religious experience. You know, I've been counting my blessings in game and out of game.
Wow, such a
Hell
good
yeah,
card.
brother.
Oh, it's phenomenal. You know, I really think that Count Your Blessings is the future of Control as we know it. You know, I love non-interactive mechanics that just... I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to gain a little bit of life here, a little bit of life there. Oh, you ran out of cards? Sucks to suck, nerd.
Totally. Interaction
You should
is...
have ran 79 copies of cards.
Yeah.
I'm
Totally.
saying.
3 Remembrance in every deck.
It's quite frankly your fault.
Agreed.
It's like I always say, you know, fun really is a zero-sum game, right? If my opponent is enjoying the time that they are spending across from me, that's fun that I could potentially be having that I am now not having. Why on earth would I want that? I should be having all of the fun.
No.
Otherwise, why would I
Yeah.
even bother Genuinely, I don't understand it.
So true.
And you know, that's why I play Illusionist.
Amen.
You know, and that brings us, I think, pretty neatly to our segments for today.
Our blue pitch, right?
Well, should we go over all of our pitches for today?
Let's do it. Starting on red pitch, I'll be unveiling a tier list of properties I think LSS should reach out to for their own Universes Beyond sets.
And on yellow pitch, I'm going to go over why Arachne Huntsman is the definitive best hero in the format, along with my tier list of the different variations of Arachne.
That's right, 2 tier lists. Can we make it 3?
And finally, on blue pitch, I'll be going over all the reasons why Spectra is a lot more balanced than you think, and even should be reprinted.
Well, let's get started. On
right.
red pitch, let's not waste any time. It's the property we all know, we all love. it just makes sense. Magic the Gathering crossover
Yes.
for Flesh and Blood. Let's talk.
Shit,
oh
shit,
God!
shit, shit,
oh
shit,
no!
shit.
There must be no
Fuzzy.
traffic.
Hey, Fuzzy. Hey, Clark.
Aw,
Hey,
man.
hey.
Oh, jeez.
No, this is like no, everything's fine. Everything's normal.
Oh, hey, Mom.
Like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
just,
Pick me up. I'm
Oh
scared.
boys, we've
Yeah.
been made.
Joel, we thought we would
Cheese it.
just join the podcast. We thought it'd be a fun like crossover, you know?
Get the fuck out. Well, that was fucking weird.
Yeah.
I think I pulled my shoulder kicking their asses.
I guess we could just start with red pitch.
Yeah. It says here in the notes that they left behind tier list. So I guess we're going to make a tier list.
Oh,
It's about time we start one of those.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hallmark of every single piece of Fab content creation.
Not even
is
just flesh
the
and
tier
blood,
list.
you know?
Yeah. It's always the most viewed video that sparks the most conversation and is the highest effort content, too.
And they're always correct. That's
Yeah.
the great thing about them.
Yeah. Joel,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you like views?
Yeah, I like views from time to time for sure.
Yeah, maybe we should do a tier list then.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a tier list. So I'm going to start off with making tier lists is F tier.
I agree. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's solid.
That's why we're making one.
Exactly.
We love our like F tiers over here, you know?
Yeah, it is
Joel?
certainly our favorite.
Yes. Can I help you?
And you know, if that's our F tier, you know, what's the top, right? We gotta figure out the range here.
Probably A. That's the first letter of the alphabet.
So for S tier, Brian Gottlieb, the undisputed goat of Flesh and Blood card design.
True.
He saved Limited. He saved Constructed. He saved our banned and restricted announcements. He took away suspended cards. He is the goat of Flesh and Blood.
I mean, I like Brian Gottlieb. I feel like I'm supposed to disagree, but I don't know.
Brian Gottlieb is undisputed S tier. And you know, let's just jump into like one of the most talked about cards, Count Your Blessings.
Oh, yeah.
F tier. Count Your Blessings is so bad. It is so underrated.
What does it gain you, like 1 life?
2 life. Like your first cast is 2 life.
That's not very good at all.
No, it's
You have to pay 2 resources for it.
it's absolutely horrible.
Like, why would I pay 2 for a CYB when I can pay 2 for like, Rise Above? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, man. that one hurt.
Next up, let's do Dying to Blood Debt. S tier. It's funny. Guys,
I do get really happy when you die to blood debt.
everybody loves people dying to Blood Debt. When we watch a Vincent have a stacked Blood Debt pool and be unable to cast all of her RuneGate cards, it's funny. It is funny to watch this happen. It's not sad or depressing at all.
Yeah.
I have only seen people laugh when someone dies to Blood Debt.
Like, my favorite part about Dying to Blood Debt is, like, you're 3-1 and you're going to your last round at the PQ, and you're like, what would be really great right now is to just lose all momentum and die to myself because LSS hates us. That's my favorite part about Blood Debt.
And you know what? I'm going to go off of that. Levia Blasmafet Consumed stops me from dying to Blood Debt. C tier. Motherfucker.
Keep it in.
Keeping it in. But let's talk about CYB now. Count Your Blessings. D tier card. Like
Oh, yeah.
2 resources for 3 life, but like it's instant speed. Life gain.
Yeah.
It gives a lot of utility, and like all these counterable cards, they just don't hit. So like
You
it's
wouldn't run it
bad.
like, it wouldn't be your first life gain card.
No, like run Sigil Assaults.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like 2 for 3 is like okay for like your 4th, 5th, 6th,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you're playing, like, you pitch 1 for Dawnblade, you have 2 other resources. Might as well just use them for 3 life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What else would you be doing?
Yeah. Instant speed stuff is absolutely great. CYB, D tier card.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now, let's do Scab Skin Leathers.
Okay.
And I think that the only correct way of ranking Scab Skin Leathers is by rolling a D6,
Naturally.
which I will now roll in front of the whole table here.
All
Okay.
right.
Yep. Oh, we got to re-roll that.
Cocked. That's cocked, baby.
Yeah, Scab Skin
3.
Leathers,
C tier.
solid C tier card.
Solid C tier card. You know, I mean, gaining 1 action point, it's fun. You get to roll a dice, and that is a fun thing to do.
I'm blocking for 3 along the way, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's a very solid equipment piece. I mean, pulling it out, rolling a 3, and then going like, yes, that was a good use of a minute of thinking and decision making.
And it's also nice, like when you're in a competitive event, you're like, I just want to see how many action points I could work with, and getting your 1 back is like, you know, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Got what you paid for.
Yeah, super great. Now, let's talk about CYB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this one.
Yeah.
I think it's a C tier card. Like, gaining 4 life, that is on rate, right?
2 for 4.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, and it gets better over time. I think that's the real special thing about Count Your Blessings.
It's the same plane. They turned around. It's like the exact same pitch of the last one.
We're leaving it in, baby. I actually don't think we should cut any of this. Leave it all in the episode. This, what I'm doing right now, leave it in the episode.
Holy.
Guys, I only have like 24 hours to edit this episode. Yeah, I'm going to leave it all in.
Yeah, you're not even going to edit this at all. Literally release as is. But yeah, I think Count Your Blessings, C tier card.
Yeah, 2 for 4, also the same rate as Rise Above, which is also somewhere I'd put in the same section. But I think perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, you block with Bastion. No, what is the card? The shield. The Guardian Shield. With you pay 1, it blocks for 1.
Oh, Rampart?
Yeah, Rampart.
Yeah, Rampart.
You block with Rampart, use your other 2 resources on CYB, gain 4 life.
It's efficient.
Yeah.
It's super efficient. Now, we've been a little positive, so let's return back to the bottom of our tier list here. Pre-release post always makes me feel bad. Why can't I pull those cards?
True.
Why do you need to show me that you pulled good cards, huh?
Yeah.
What is this? A dick measuring contest? Fuck you.
Keep it to yourself, man.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. You know, that is the mark of a humble person. Keeping their successes to themselves.
So
They pulled
true.
it like John Zapata, right? They pulled their $400 worth of trading cards, and they only post because somebody else asked them to. You know,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So true.
Right? No, I think all pre-release posts should just go away.
Yeah.
There should be no social media on pre-release day. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
I think you should have charges brought against you if you do. You know what I mean?
You should 100% have to pay a fee.
It's only fair.
You should 100% have to pay a fee. Okay.
what would the fee be? Would it be like the chase card that you take a picture of gets donated to like
Yes.
a
It
new
goes
player
to the
somewhere?
LGS and the LGS gets to sell it for full price.
Actually, I think I have something a bit more fair. I think it should be $25 for each fire emoji. And if there's like,
yes.
if there's like
in the Discord, each fire emoji.
Right.
And so the more Discords you post to, that's just more money that you're going to have to shell
and
out.
also like the praying emoji, like
Oh yeah,
I think that should be $100 each.
$100
Yeah.
easily. Okay. Next card, Count Your Blessings.
I was waiting for this one.
So I think Count Your Blessings, B tier card.
okay.
I think I might have to agree.
Yeah, because at this point, it's overrate. Right?
2 for 5.
It's really
2
solid.
for 5. No way.
It's like playing Zealous belting.
It's really solid.
At instant speed.
Yeah.
Uninteractable.
Not to mention, if it's red, that's 6, right? We are now officially overrate of the Sigil stuff. Like, it's better than Sigil. Why are we even running Sigil of Solace Index
Right.
when red CYB is right there?
I mean, you could add attack actions, or you can just add life gain. Like, which would you rather do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not to mention, it's cheap, right? You can put this into any deck. Any beginning player can just run all 6 copies of CYB
Right.
and make it a good deck.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, why pay for Command and Conquer when CYB is right there?
2 for 6. There it is.
It's
Again,
so
it's
easy.
instant speed.
It's so easy, guys.
It's like 2 sync belows. You know what I mean? Yellows.
Totally,
2
yeah.
yellow sync belows.
Yeah, 100%.
But that is the most appropriate way of talking about CYB I've ever heard. It's like 2 yellow sync belows.
Exactly.
And
Yellow
that's-
sync belows should be the unit of measurement for how we evaluate all
And like,
cards.
They
can't-
really
can't-
should be.
You can't place 2 yellow sync belows in response to a Command and Conquer, so you might as well play red CYB. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So now let's talk about Pummel. Now, what's interesting is like yellow CYB doesn't cover Pummel, right?
That's true.
Because it only blocks 3 in the reaction speed. But it could let you cycle into another yellow sync below. And that second yellow sync below would cover it.
True.
Yeah.
And that lets us
Sink Below is a
circumvent-
pretty good card.
Yeah. I mean, just the card selection of Yellow Sink Below. Should we rank Yellow Sink Below?
I think so.
I think at this point we have to.
It's S tier.
I mean, S tier,
Yeah.
right? Yellow Sink Below.
Mandatory.
S-tier. Mandatory S tier.
Can't be played to news ability.
Like when I play a 0 for 3 go again, I'm always thinking, this is Yellow Sink Below.
Exactly.
Yeah, it covers head jab. Like the most solid go again piece in the game.
It
Pain
covers
in the backside?
offensive Sink Belows.
Exactly. Okay. Moving on to the book burning of 2024. F tier decision. LSS, I cannot believe that you would burn books. We all know knowledge is power. And they took that away from us.
What are they like? I don't want to say the NAZ word, but
No. But it's definitely authoritarian as shit
Yeah.
to burn books. No one who has ever burned books has been on the right side of history.
So true.
Ever.
I definitely stopped having fun when I stopped casting Art of War.
Like, what are you trying to hide by burning all these books? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what were in those books?
Yeah. Tome of Findall, there was some good information in there. Right? Tome of Aetherwind? I mean, powerful card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they took that away from the hands of the proletariat. Not okay, LSS. Not okay. All right, now, count your blessings.
Thank God. Yeah, I was just thinking that we should talk
A
about
tier card.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at this point, it can just cover up like an entire Guardian's turn.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh,
Guardian
wow,
will
yeah.
just like throw Anathos or you can go overrate of some Guardian turns with a CYB.
Yeah.
It alone,
It heals 7 life.
7 life.
7 life.
That's so much life. That is the equivalent of any like big red 3 for 7. And those never even have go again.
Yeah.
Right.
So it completely wipes your turn. And then I can still attack after it. Like, incredible.
It's like playing CNC with like a lunging press. You know what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
that kind of value you can't argue about.
And how are you supposed to counter it? Like, it's an instant, so are they playing weakest link against?
Respond to the
You
weakest
gain
link.
more life than the weakest link, and you no longer have the CYB for them to target.
Right.
It's such a powerful card. I mean,
It's borderline broken.
Yeah.
borderline broken. It isn't broken yet, right? It's not S tier. It is A tier.
Oh, no. CYB is an A tier
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
I'm not saying CYB is C tier. I would never say CYB is C tier. I mean,
Yeah.
S tier, sorry.
Yeah. Next card, Gambler's Gloves, which means we're going to have to re-roll Scabskin Leather's position.
All
Yeah,
right.
3 isn't good enough. We need something better.
Yeah. We're going Gambler's Glove this shit.
3.
3.
Yep.
You know what? I don't know of anything more Gambler's Gloves than rolling the exact same roll that you just tried to redo.
Scabskins is a C tier card.
And so is Gambler's Gloves. Like, both of them just exist to gain your action point back and to have fun. Right? It is just to roll dice, and Gambler's Gloves doubles the amount of that rolling dice.
So true. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. The mental health boost that you get from rolling dice cannot be undervalued in this scenario.
Yeah.
Very much a mental card.
Yeah.
Because it's not giving you much value in the turn, but we don't play it for that reason.
Right.
I love that you bring up the mental advantage because whenever I say Scabskin Leathers, I see the terror on my opponent's face. They don't know what's going to happen.
Right,
But
right.
I do because I'm going to roll a 3.
Yeah.
And it's not going to do anything. But that moment of hesitation, that moment of fear in their eyes, that's the mental edge that you need to win games of Flesh and Blood.
I think that's like mental arcane damage.
100%.
Yeah,
that you're dealing.
100%. You know, I think there's just one last thing to go over on this tier list, guys. Count your blessings.
Oh, count your blessings. I can't believe we forgot
It's
about it.
gotta be an S tier, man. I mean, it
Definitely S tier.
warps the meta. It completely changes the nature of this game.
Like, it gains you 8 life
8
for
life.
2 resources.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's like 2 Scar for Scars. You know?
It really, I mean, 2 cards for 1 card worth of value. Is
It's like
just
2
perfect.
2/3 yellow Sink Belows.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Thank you, Fuzzy. Yeah.
What makes it especially good is that no matter who you are playing, they don't know if you're on Count Your Blessings. Fang could be Count Your Blessings Fang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? New could be Count Your Blessings New. Arachne, Aurora, like.
And then they make you
any-
feel stupid for running Poison the Well, as if
Yeah.
that could even fight it, but they've already taken their blessings out, and it's not going to gain you any do jack shit.
What, they're running D-Reacts? D-Reacts aren't going to do anything against Count Your Blessings.
Yeah.
Every single deck should be running Count Your Blessings because this life gain is absolutely insane. It's absolutely broken. And you are guaranteed to win your armories when you show up with a Count Your Blessings.
It's 2 for 8 life. I don't know.
Yeah.
What more to say?
Yeah. Absolute S tier, undefeated.
Yeah, great shout.
Yeah. And I think that's everything I have here on my tier list. I realize now that I've put everything in S tier or F tier.
Did we miss one?
Well, Scabskins was C tier.
Scabskins and Gamblers are C tier because that's exactly where they belong. Yeah, but maybe everything is only ever the best thing ever in Flesh and Blood, or will absolutely kill Flesh and Blood. And maybe that's just the truth of the game.
I can't think of a single argument as to why that wouldn't be the truth.
No. All right, that's what I got for my pitch.
It was
I hope you
perfect.
guys like the tier list. Please post it all over social media. Engage in the comments. Be angry with me. Be angry at the people who are angry at me. Respond with anger to the people who are angry at your angry comment. I mean, just really get in there and fight with each other about these opinions from a nerd in Southern California who has been playing this game for less than a few years.
Yeah, that's the American dream.
The American dream. Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
All right. With that, I think we should move on to Yellow Pitch.
That went way better than I expected.
Joel, what are we doing for Yellow Pitch?
So for Yellow Pitch, I want to talk about something that has been grossly underrated in Flesh and Blood, and that is your fab physique with an F.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that pro players really lack. I think a lot of people, if they focus more on the athleticism and the energy levels that it takes to play Flesh and Blood, then they would go a lot farther in their careers. You know what I mean? And I was looking at Riptide as my inspiration.
Of course.
And I just wanted to share the gospel with you all and everyone listening to the podcast on why I think Riptide is the physique that you're going to be shooting for.
He is the ultimate physical specimen of the entire game. I mean, who else would even be in contention? Bravo's bloated.
Yeah, I mean, there's ground fruit options like Arachne Black Widow or Azuri, for instance. But personally, I don't think they're focused on performance so much as they are the aesthetics portion of your physique, which is fine, to each their own. But I'm going to talk about the performance-based physique for playing Flesh and Blood.
Yeah.
And I want to start off by describing why I think Riptide is the perfect example. I mean, if you take a look at his art, you'll see a few things right off the bat. I'm going to look to his abdomen here, and you can sort of see he has the remnants of an 8-pack, but they've sort of multiplied and divided because his flesh is rotting, his abdomen is hanging on by a thread. So really his muscle is there. It's just sort of morphed around his body. And now he has sort of this shield of muscle all across his abdomen as compared to just having one area of an 8-pack. You know what I mean? It's
So when we're sculpting our bodies, we shouldn't be bound to the traditional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pack. You think it's more
Right.
islands that are drifting and spreading out wherever they need to be.
Yeah, think of Pangea of muscles and how they're spread apart.
Yeah.
You want muscle all around your abdomen, not just in that singular file line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why side planks are so important, right?
Exactly. That was such a good one.
Just actual good physical fitness advice.
Yeah.
Gotta do your side planks. Gotta work on, it's not just crunches.
I say that all the time. It's more about moving your body in a circle like this so that you work all of your
Like what?
Can
Can you do that one more time for me?
Okay.
Can you do it backwards?
no.
Oh.
I'm not there yet. I'm still an novice.
Okay.
It's a process. It's a process.
Riptide also, if you direct your attention to the right side of his art where his arm is, you can sort of see that he has no more flesh left on his arm. And that's because cutting weight for your fab event is very important, and I think Riptide embodies that extremely well because he decided, I don't need this arm at all. I'm just going to use it as a bow. You know what I mean? Just put 2 strings on your is it femur?
Yeah, the femur.
Yeah, on your femur, and use your bow that way. And that way, you're saving inventory space, but you're also making yourself lighter and faster in the Flesh and Blood game. You're trading your single file 8-pack into a suit of armor of muscle and then compensating with the offset of the weight of losing your arm.
Yeah.
And to me, I mean, that's just unheard of. That's dedication. If I were to describe it in one word.
100%.
Last thing I want to mention, on his hip, you see some severed heads. I have no reason to think that they are dead, but rather there to sort of motivate you while you work out. Like the groans of being immortal and also attached to somebody's hip. I can't think of a better use of your time than to cheer on whoever severed your head.
Like personal trainers.
Right,
Just being
exactly.
like, you can do it. 2 more push-ups.
And this way, instead of paying people, you just have 3 severed heads for free.
Nice.
And you just have motivation for life, really. And that's just beautiful to me.
I would love to have a little Joel severed head just kind of chilling out with me all the time, just
Yeah.
telling me that I can do it.
I
You know?
would love to give that to you one day.
Yeah.
And so now let's go into sort of the routine that I feel Riptide would do to acquire this physique based on my, 40 years of experience. And first, you're going to start off with 10 reps of one-arm push-ups because in your end goal, that's all you really have is the one arm to do push-ups with. That's very important. Next, you're going to do 6 reps of fishing in the decrepit rivers of the pits. Now, in order to get that disheveled, rotten physique, you need to be eating rotten food. So what better way to do that than to fish in this polluted river and get diseased fish and eat that as your sustenance?
Yeah, you fish like in those radioactive waters, they get like bonus stats.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Eat enough of them, you might have a talent or something like that.
I mean, look, I've played Fallout. I know that super mutants are OP.
Yeah.
Why would I not just try to become a super mutant?
Right. And that's like a one-to-one transfer, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah. And then lastly, I have 40 reps of harassing warrior players. One of the best things, and it could be, full disclaimer, it could be 40 to 43, depending if they gain any life during the game. But ultimately, you're just trying to whittle that down 1 point at a time or 1 rep at a time. And eventually, you'll get to a point where all you can do is watch your opponent cry. And to me, that's like a really good sign of your success.
Nice. I'll start on this right away. I've always wanted to look exactly like Riptide.
Yeah.
I mean,
I figure since we have so many Riptide fans in our chat, they might want to look like Riptide at some point. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, please post your picture of your one-handed push-ups. We'll make a whole channel in our Discord for it.
Yeah.
And other content creators have done something similar.
Right.
We all know the Fab Summer Fitness Challenge that is put on every single year by Arsenal Pass. I mean, we're going to do something very, very similar with this Riptide workout package.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up, Clark.
Yeah, and you will find your community of severed heads there in the Pitch It To Me Discord.
So true. My next inspiration has been with me for a long time, and that's Levia Shadowborn Abomination.
It would be wrong to not mention a female physique here, right?
I agree. I think there should be something for everybody. I think fitness is all about inclusion. Even if you're going to the depths of hell to acquire this physique, it should be available to everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
The main things I want to focus on here is your thick forearms. They've got to be like 4 feet wide each. And that's just like the tendrils and the muscles combining together. All of that power just wrapped into one forearm. That's exactly where I want to be with my fitness. And you can't comment on the physique without mentioning her snatched waist. The tentacles of the demons that she's consumed, just sort of compiling all the flesh into one perfect figure and making sure that nothing's out of place. To me, that's just everybody's goal, right? Is just have a snatch waistline.
Yeah. I know I want one.
And lastly, her unending hunger for doomsday level power. I think everyone can sort of take away from that. Always be striving for
drive,
ambition, drive, striving for power, striving for success. All these things you want in your flesh and blood fitness journey. Yeah. And firstly, you're going to start off by doing 5 reps of hunting creatures within Yarethel. Now, when you're on the run from your oppressors and your captors, you want to find sustenance wherever you can, even if that means going to less than sanitary places for your meal plans. And there's plenty of demons out there, so just find the right one for you and eat them into extinction, because you're going to need it as you're striving for this level of doomsday power.
And we've all seen the Liver King. We know that raw organ meat is fresh out of the body is the healthiest.
Right.
There is absolutely no bacteria. It is the cleanest thing that you could conceivably eat.
Well, I haven't seen The Liver King, but I've heard that. From you.
Have you not seen The Liver King?
No.
Oh my god, that's like one of my favorite pieces of content. Next in line, you're going to want to do 10 reps of girl bossing in the Monastery. After you acquire all this power, you're going to want a steady supply of bodies for you to eat. And what better way to do that than to take over basically all of hell? So you want to basically enact your domination over any creature that happens to be in your way. And to me, that's beautiful because you're sort of breaking the glass ceiling and also breaking the spines of anyone that disagrees with you.
Yeah, you're creating jobs for a populace that needs work, you know?
Exactly, yeah. Too long has the Monastery had a absence of steady employment.
Yeah.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. And we all know that third step is the most important.
Absolutely. Lastly, this is more so the diet portion and less of the physical activity, and that's eating 400 grams of protein daily. Now, this might seem like a lot, but if you break it down, it's actually pretty attainable. You could either do 3 full-size humans, or you could do a lesser demon and 2 humans. You know, there's a couple ways to mix it up, but just make sure that you're consuming as many people as possible. So that's all the tips I have for you guys. Thank you. Shout out to February for supplying all of the lore information for these heroes, because how else are you going to acquire these fitness goals if you don't have the information surrounding the heroes you want to emulate?
Join us next week where we show you how to become a person embodied by wisdom, aka Auxilio style.
If you've ever wanted to be an amalgamation of wisdom and electricity, don't go anywhere. This is the podcast for you.
Yeah.
But I think I want to hear from Fuzzy next. What do you got for us?
I don't have anything as structured as you guys. No fancy tier list, no fancy workout routine. I just started pulling random cards from February, and I wanted to talk
we weren't
about
expecting to record an episode here today. We were just over at your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just heard some voices from the garage. Wanted to see what was up. The microphones were running. We just started to talk into them.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was worthwhile. I mean, I think we have some good content so far.
So first, I want to talk about Sonata Arcanix. Sonata Arcanix was something that I saw played in lots of Viserai lists, and I think all of those Viserai players are crazy. You know, I've seen Briars play this card. It's like this nice, quote-unquote, Runeblade card that everyone seems to think is good, but let me read the text for you. It says, XX, so for every 2 resources, X is going to be 1. Reveal the top X plus 3 cards of your library. Banish this card.
Yeah, that's just not good. I mean, I guess for a long time, Viserais were really starved for non-attack action cards with Go Again to start their chain. But, it's just not good enough.
I mean, even if it doesn't replace itself, it still counts as a non-attack action that you can then use to create other rune chants later in the turn.
And I think that's
Well,
why...
how does it replace itself? It just vanishes.
It just reveals.
No, it doesn't replace itself.
Yeah.
It's just a cantrip, essentially.
And, I get that, sometimes I forget what's in my deck. So being able to reveal... Maybe I pitch a blue, and I get to know 6 cards that are in my
Fuzzy,
deck.
I know
Right.
you missed the line there. After you reveal, you have to shuffle.
I know. You don't even get to see what's coming up.
Yeah.
But even knowing 6 out of the 20 to 40 cards that are left in my deck can be nice because I have completely forgotten what is in my deck.
Right.
And I just want to know what are some of the cards that I could maybe be drawing in the future.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
when we net deck, as much as us Runeblade players do, we constantly forget the little nuances of our list.
Right.
Revealing and being able to figure out what's actually in our deck is a really... It's necessary. Otherwise, how else are we supposed to plan around the future of our game?
Right.
So maybe that's why players play so much of this card.
Freaking synchronized right. 100%.
100%.
So considering that all you do is gain a little bit of information that, by the way, the opponent also gets.
Right.
Yeah.
It's revealed to everyone. It's not like you are the only person that gets to know what's in your deck.
True. So they can also track the rest of your threats in your deck, at least the top 6 cards.
You know, this should really be a chaos card for its mirrored effect with that, you know?
Yeah, Chaos Sonata Arcanix.
Yeah.
It blocks for 2 though. Why couldn't this block for 5?
Yeah.
This card is not good. It could have blocked for 5 and still been a fair
no,
card.
because if it blocks for 5, then everyone will just want to block with the card. It creates and only one correct thing to do. With the reveal and the banish, you want it to be a 2-block because you want to get that effect. And they want...
Fuzzy, if I may, just one thing I wanted to note is even though it blocks for 2, it's also the same rate as blocking with like a blue tiger eye reflex. So if you think of it like that, like a completely different card, then it's actually a lot better than it is.
Yeah,
No,
blocking
100%.
with
Yeah.
blue tiger eye reflex, which also banishes a card.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe if you're just trying to banish cards, like that can be something that
I
makes this card
love
really good.
drawing that equivalency between a 2 blue block that can block from Arsenal and the red Sonata Arcanix.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just like, there's so much similarity there that it would be a miss if we didn't mention it before
100%.
moving on to the next card.
Do you guys know what a sonata is in the real world?
No.
So-
is it like a song?
It is. So I'm a classically trained pianist. I'm a
Oh,
classically
yeah.
trained pianist. And a sonata literally translates to a song without words. And I just think that's beautiful.
That is
a
beautiful.
card without effect, a song without words.
Exactly.
Love that.
All right, I think we're done talking about this stinker. I want to move on to a really good card. Like, this last one, so terrible. This card, I think people aren't playing enough, and that's Bingo.
I'm
I'm so happy you mentioned this.
I really like Bingo.
At its base, its stats are peak. Like, these are the good stats.
Right.
When you're looking to evaluate cards, you're looking for cards with stats like this. It costs 1, it attacks for 5, and it blocks for 3.
Yeah, just perfect flesh and blood card right there.
You don't have to get anything else out of this card, and it's something that you could play, Ira nowadays, that's all she wants to play is Kadachi 1 for 5.
Right.
I feel like I've literally seen them run Critical Strike, which doesn't have effects. This card has effects.
Yeah.
What's the effect?
When Bingo hits a hero, they reveal a card from their hand, the hero, not Bingo. And it kind of reads like Bingo reveals a card, but it's the opponent that you hit that reveals a card.
Right.
If an attack action card is revealed this way, Bingo gains Go Again. 1 for 5 Go Again?
That's
so
Hello?
good.
Hello?
is that the best flesh and blood attack ever?
If a non-attack action is revealed this way, draw a card.
No way.
Oh my
1
god.
for 5, draw a card.
That's like a way better snatch.
That's like a head jab, 2 Kodachis, and a mass momentum trigger all in one.
1 for 5 Snatch is better because Snatch is really easily covered up by Sink Below. This one, they're going to have to give equipment. There aren't
Right.
1-card blocks that are going to be able to come to this efficiency,
Right.
Yeah.
And what if the 1 card they revealed is both an attack action and a non-attack action card? Then you're getting Go Again and draw a card.
Oh, wow.
I can tell
Oh
it
my
breaking your
gosh.
brains a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many dual type cards in Flesh and Blood, I think I'm pretty sure one of these cards already exists in the game, an attack action and a non-attack, and it's just a matter of time until they print more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think this card is going to be really good whenever that meta rolls around.
I'm going to buy 40 right now.
I mean, you should. I mean, I think, no joke, guys, not a joke, everyone should buy out Bingo.
That's the funniest not a joke you've ever said.
I am being 1,000% serious.
It's just a matter of time. We saw those meld cards that are
Buy Bingo!
Yeah, the meld card. I didn't even think about that.
It also has flavor text.
Oh my god, it's the best card in all of Flesh and Blood.
Is this a quote from Astier?
Wait, who's Astier?
I don't really know. I assume that
Oh my god, I love it when card text does that. I love it when flavor text references characters I don't know. That is the best thing ever. Oh my god.
it just gives us opportunities to explore that character more in the future, right?
Exactly.
It's good world building, just littering the cards with flavor text from quotes from people that do not exist in any other context. And here's the quote. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
God, so true.
Poetry.
I mean, it stood the test of time.
So I think I convinced you all to start running this card. Again, it doesn't have a downside. It's just 1 for 5 at base, and it'll probably draw you a card.
Actually, no joke, I don't know why more people aren't running this card.
You'll figure it out. So the next card I want to mention is Pursuit of Knowledge.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Pursuit of Knowledge is a blue that also raises your intellect. Intellect is so good in this game. That's why LSS is so afraid to print a hero with a 5 intellect, right? This lets you experience that power in one turn. All you have to do is attack with this card and probably pummel it too. It is a 2 cost for 4 damage attack. It is blue, which is normal for a card. 2 for 4 blue. And if it hits, your hero gains an intellect until end of turn.
Wow.
Yeah, great card.
And assumedly also discards a card because you pummeled it.
Yeah.
That's like the same rate as like a red CYB. 2 for 8.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
No, 100%. We've talked about this before, but like +1 intellect is so much better than draw a card.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like this is not hit draw a card.
You can couple it with your ponder tokens. You can play
yeah.
Codex into Pursuit of Knowledge, into pummeling the into pummeling the Pursuit of Knowledge. Like, it's insane.
I do not know why assassins don't run this card.
Yeah.
It's it's even a transcend target.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Or new.
true.
Path well traveled.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Grains at tips of scale.
No joke.
You activate.
Absolutely no joke. I am not doing a joke at all. New should be running this card.
Like, you use new hero ability, you banish it off the top of your opponent's
Why do
deck.
you get CNC off of Codex when you can get Pursuit of Knowledge?
I mean, they have to give 2 cards to block it.
2 cards.
Yeah.
Insane.
I just love this card, and I find it in a lot of the lists that I run and don't tell people about because I'm too ashamed.
Why would you be ashamed of this objectively, not a joke, incredible card?
I think Fuzzy is just worried about like bringing too competitive of decks to armor events.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
It's Talishar, right? Like,
Right.
what am I doing on Talishar playing these, like, beefed up competitive
Well,
S tier
actually, I
decks?
mean, like, this card also goes great with Talishar. Both of them are 2 costs as non-go again cards. Like, you should be running Talishar alongside
I
this.
think that's synergy, if I've ever heard it.
yeah, you always have something to pay for to use with 2 resources.
Yeah, you can expect to always have 2 resources.
That's a
up.
consistent
Right.
curve.
Oh my god. Bingo. Go again into Pursuit of Knowledge. That off of a
Whoa.
single blue.
Hell yeah.
Was it a 3-card 9?
Yeah,
Oh my
and
God.
go up to 5 intellect. Easy.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
That's an insane turn. And this is all generic, right?
This is all generic so far. Well, not the Sonata, but Bingo, Pursuit of Knowledge, both generic.
Insane.
I think I want to talk about another generic card. I just think I found an inconsistency within Flesh and Blood lore, and I want to ask LSS, what the fuck is going on? Because I think there's not 1, but 2 Santa Clauses in the world of Wraith.
What? No.
So, I don't know if you heard of this card, Squizzy and Floof.
I have.
It's got a reindeer named Squizzy and an old man named Floof. Oh, sorry, it's a dog. A dog that kind of looks like a reindeer named Squizzy, and a guy that kind of looks like Santa Claus named Floof.
I mean, that is one of my favorite types of dogs, are the ones that look like reindeers.
This guy is like tinkering a toy. He has his pet reindeer dog. Like, this is like supposed to be like the Santa Claus, but not our Santa Claus, who we can call Santa Claus, but like the Wraith version, which they call Floof, right?
Which is just a coward's move by LSS. Everyone
Right.
knows that the absolute peak of fantasy writing was in Chronicles of Narnia when Santa Claus, the real life Santa Claus, shows up and gives presents to real life human children in the fantasy world. Squizzy and Floof should have just been Santa Claus, and he should literally just give me free cards in the middle of the game.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I think it's kind of a miss.
It
on
would be
Fle-
great design to force the person running Squizzy and Floof to have to give away real cards
Right.
to their opponent.
Or
Yeah.
like maybe like have like an Amazon wish list so that they have to like
Yeah.
give away gifts on that wish list.
yeah.
Yeah.
with like a link on the card, something like that. LSS could
Like
figure
a,
it out.
like a
It's
QR
their
code or
job,
something.
right?
Yeah.
I was looking through like my bulk stuff, and I found this card Knick-Knack Bric-a-Brac, which is also very Santa Claus coded. You destroys your money, you give him money, and he gives you items in return. And
Is this evil Santa Claus?
It's capitalist Santa Claus, which,
no.
to be honest, is the evilest Santa Claus.
it's
Oh,
the one that you
no.
find at the mall that like kind of has the smell of alcohol in his breath, you know? AKA the real Santa Claus in the real world.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's got like a big belly, he's got a red and white hat. That's everything that Santa Claus is to me.
That
So
certainly can't be a completely different person with the same set of features.
That guy with the white beard can wear a red shirt.
you know, technically he doesn't have a white beard, but he has a white mustache, which I think is just LSS trying to be coy, like, oh, our Santa Claus has a white mustache where your Santa Claus has a white beard.
Cowards.
Maybe in New Zealand they do Santa Claus a little bit differently.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I guess we
Yeah.
don't know enough about...
yeah, there's that cultural element. I
yeah, about
suppose.
Kiwi culture.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this guy's name is Knick Knack Bric-a-Brac. Like, the guy on the art is Knick Knack Bric-a-Brac, right? That's what he's
Okay.
doing.
See
It's not
that?
like you're doing a Knick Knack Bric-a-Brac.
That's a little too close to Santa Claus for my taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hardly tell the difference between the two.
Yeah.
100%.
So I just have some open questions to LSS. Are there two Santa Clauses in Wraith? One a little bit more generous and lovable than the other? Like, I just wish they would like hammer down their lore and like get their story straight. You know what I'm
Is there a
saying?
communist Santa too? I mean, how many are you going to throw in there before we put a stop to this?
Okay, I have one other card I want to mention. Gotta look it up.
Leave it in.
This card's name is Ninja. You guys have heard of Ninja in Flesh and Blood,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
So Ninja is a card that when you play it, it draws you another card and makes your opponent discard down to 3 cards in hand.
Oh.
So if they have more than 3 cards, they got to discard until they only have 3 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ninja. You guys are giving me some blank stares.
No, this sounds
And
familiar.
you can play Ninja from your deck as if it was in your hand at
No.
any time.
That's,
Really?
And it costs $4.
$4?
Yeah, you know, $4.
So every time you play the card, you have to pay
No, it's
$4.
more like you pay $4 to put it into your deck.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. I'm getting a really good look at this card now. Is this a Flesh and Blood card?
Fuzzy, I don't...
I think you can run it if you're one of the shadow heroes. Mm-hmm. It says it's an action attack shadow.
Is that a white colored card? So it's not red, yellow, or blue. It's like white.
It's like a Gorganian Tome card.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Is it legendary?
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely pitchless. Like, you're not gonna be able to pitch this for anything.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's balanced because you can play it from your deck at any time, right? You shouldn't be able to pitch it.
Yeah,
At all.
and it has no go again, so you have to do this at the end of a chain.
Right.
Yeah. Gives you a card that you can arsenal.
What expansion did this come out of? I'm drawing a
I
blank.
believe Rising Sun.
Okay. The Rising Sun expansion.
It's illustrated by Alyssa Sella.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. That's very on the nose for LSS, right? Rising Sun,
Saturday
Ninja.
Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm looking at the back of the card now. This is from Dominion. Sorry. I've been playing a lot of Dominion lately. Like, way too much Dominion lately. It's kind of been all I can think about. So,
Okay.
that's not a Flesh and Blood card. I apologize, listeners.
That makes more sense because I had no idea where you were going with that.
Well, I think I'm going to wrap up my pitch there. That way we can get back to me playing Dominion.
Yeah, thank you for taking the break to record this podcast, by the way.
Is it okay if we go to our Arsenal Zone?
Yeah, let's go to our Arsenal Zone.
Our Arsenal Zone is the part of our podcast where we all shout out a card that we've been thinking about lately, and we like to bring in one suggestion from our Patreon subscribers.
And okay, I rolled another 3. And the lucky patron is Amidst.
Woo, let's go! He recently joined the Patreon not too long ago, right?
Yeah, and rejoined the scene. Amidst is a good friend of ours from the Finch and Sparrow days that we always talk about.
R.I.P.
The dark times when we all used to play Blitz.
Those were the days.
Amidst says, "Have you guys chosen or done 0 to 50? Because if not, I'll shout that one out." And you know what, Amidst? That's a great shout out. 0 to 50
I think he said a little
is
bit more.
one of my favorite cards. I think it's really great that LSS is able to iterate so much on a basic, simple, and appreciated design with their boost cards from Arcane Rising. I think it was really
Nifty.
clever of them to use the exact same card name. You know, they didn't do that for their 1 cost or their 2 cost or Gas Guzzler. They 50. 0 to 50. You know, the thing that we all talk about, going 0 to 50,
Yeah,
very, very common term.
I use it every day.
Every day.
So yeah, thank you for the shout out. We love that card just as much as you.
I sure do love 0 to 50.
Joel, do you have an Arsenal Zone card today?
I do. My card is Surgical Extraction. And It was printed in, I think, New Phyrexia is the name of the set. It cost 1, either a black resource or you pay 2 life.
Wow.
And it's an instant.
Paying 2 life?
Yeah, by paying 2.
Yo.
That's what I'm saying. And it's an instant, so you can play it whenever you want, but it doesn't block.
All my homies love paying 2 life to surgically extract. You know
Black
what I'm saying?
pitch trip. And it also says, choose target card in a graveyard other than... choose target card in a graveyard other than a basic land card. Search it in the library.
We don't even have those in Flesh and Blood. So we can just select any card we want?
I think that might be a spoiler. Like 14 sets
wow.
ahead. It says search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles his or her library.
Like Grand Library of
wow.
Solana.
That's like
Yeah.
a better Bonds of Ancestry because we don't have to put any other reactions on top of it or hit with it.
Right. It's just, boom, I don't like that card in your graveyard. I'm going to now take all the copies in your deck of it. You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, that is so strong.
Yeah, so I just thought really good card and think it could see some really good applications as a generic.
Yeah, I mean, is that an assassin card? Is it like a shadow card?
No, I think it's just a generic. It's just covered in black. This artist is Steven Belladin. I think Wizards of the Coast. That must be like the HR department of LSS or something. I don't know.
I like the set name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the set name. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
cool.
that's my card.
No, nice. Fuzzy, what's your card?
I'm not going to lie. I've really been excited for this episode for a long time. I wanted to do something special.
Okay.
I brought signed copies, and by signed, I mean I signed it. Signed copies of Findle Spring Tunic for both of you.
Wait, fucking actually?
There you go. I just wait, like, it's a nice
way.
generic card that you guys are going to use all the time.
Oh my god.
So I thought it'd be
Bruh.
fun if you guys would use fuzzy signed tunics all the time.
Yeah.
Bruh,
And I got them mini snapped already.
wow.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Fuzzy. That's so sweet of you.
Wow.
And I brought copies for these strangers in our garage too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
deserve it. I think they're on
They
the way.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, we can hand it to the police officer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll be able to give it to them. It's just, they got moxie, you know?
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, gotta respect it. Gotta respect the moxie.
The hustle's there. I respect it.
I don't have a whole lot to say about this card. It's the GOAT. I know you guys are going to be running it all the time, so.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad I get to have a good Fuzzy card for once.
Clark, you got one?
Yeah, the card that I've been thinking about recently is your mom's credit card and the 4 wacky digits on the back. Go ahead, go into her purse, pull that shit out, and sign up for the Pitch It To Me podcast Patreon.
Yeah, that's more
Hell
like
yeah.
it. My favorite part about this card is ordering 100 wings from Wingstop.
Oh, yeah.
Because then I don't have to pay for it. You know what I mean?
It is free money.
Right, exactly.
That's what credit means,
Right,
right?
right.
Free money.
If I had it like a hypothetical dollar for every time I used your mom's credit card and the 4 wacky digits on the back, I'd have at least like $69.
Yeah. So
yeah,
true.
100%. 100%.
If you're not running this card, go now.
Yeah, what are you doing? We're in a recession, dude.
Yeah.
Just run that
And,
shit.
Pitch It To Me podcast really needs your mom's credit card and the 4 wacky digits on the back.
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah. It is actually a requirement under law, so don't forget.
You don't want to go to jail, do you?
I certainly don't. I don't think our listeners would either.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, cool. This is an okay episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too, I think.
Yeah, we'll see you all in the comment section, and
Yeah. Make sure that you complain about my tier list. Make sure that you join our Discord and join our new Fysique workout channel
Right,
in
right.
there. Show us your decapitated arms and your
severed heads.
severed heads.
Yeah. And also the tendrils growing out of your head after you complete your quest for power.
And also, I want to see those TCG player receipts of the 40 bingos and 40 pursuit of knowledges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to be posting those, otherwise we will not believe you.
Yeah. That's true.
All right. With all that being said, thank you all so much for joining us. And boys, thank you for podcasting with me.
It's been a blast.
And hey, you guys out there on the street, thank you for podcasting with us too.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.
「 Pitch It To Me podcast is hosted by Fuzzy Delp, Clark Moore, and Joel Recinos. Our executive producer is Talon Stradley. Logistics coordinator, John Farkas. Music by Dillon Hulse. Logo by Han V. And sound mixing by Christopher Moore. Last but not least, we'd like to thank you, the listener. Thank you for tuning in. Please give us a follow on your favorite social media platform at Pitch It To Me Podcast.